So this video is 8,000 miles overdue. As you can see, I'm at 58,000 miles. I've been busy, a little distracted, haven't really gotten around to doing the 50,000 mile update, so this will be it. And I'll get to the 60,000 mile update shortly after 60,000 miles, just in case anything comes up. I've kind of been doing a lot of road tripping lately, so that's one of the main reasons why I've kind of been distracted and haven't gotten around to it, I guess. Currently, right now, I'm in Arizona. It's Christmas weekend, and I decided, since I didn't have anything better to do, I would go on a road trip so that I can road trip. It's not really specific as to why I did it, I just did it. It's a perfect opportunity to kind of catch up right now. I'm somewhat on my way back to Minnesota. I kind of went down to California, visited a cousin in Los Angeles, and now I'm on my way back. I'm going Arizona, New Mexico, then up after that. On my way down, I noticed what will be the only issue I've had with this car to date, and that issue is a self-inflicted issue, basically. I was in Chicago probably a month or two back, or maybe a little bit longer. I really don't know when it happened. I can remember it happening. But I was in Chicago. I hit a pothole that was really, really big, really deep, and it wasn't up until this road trip that I realized that pothole basically, I believe, either blew out my front right shock or knocked something loose up there, because on a couple of the roads in Utah and Wyoming, like Wyoming or Utah actually has pretty level roads. It had to be Wyoming. There was a couple sections of the road that was pretty bouncy, and my front right tire was basically just bouncing really bad, as if I had a blown shock. So after 58,000 miles, that is the only complaint that I have. But as I said, it's pretty much a self-inflicted complaint, so I can't actually say that it's bad craftsmanship or it's something bad that happened because of wear and tear. That was, I hit a pothole and cause and effect, basically. Past that, there really is nothing that I can complain about. As you can see in the video, I'm using the Comma.ai system to drive. I said it in a previous video, and I'll keep saying it. If you have an Accord or a system or a vehicle that is compatible with the Comma.ai system, and you do any type of road tripping, it is a system that's definitely worth you getting. It's honestly, it's saved me so much stress of having to be extremely present in the moment. As I explained in a video kind of reviewing the Comma.ai system, I'm still driving, I'm still the driver. I still have to pay attention to the cars in front of me, like that red one that's gaining, or I'm getting close to it. So you still have to drive. It's just as if you were in a position that's between the passenger and the driver. You have to pay attention, but you don't have to engage as much. As if you were the passenger, you don't have to engage at all, but you have to have the trust and faith that the driver isn't going to rear-end somebody. So I'm going to take this opportunity to, like, I'm getting pretty close to that car. Oh, look, they just got off the freeway, so I don't even need to do it. Let's see if the semi moves over to the right or not. I'm going to just do it anyways, just on principle. I'm going to take the opportunity to show how the lane switching actually works. Turn on the turn signal. All you absolutely have to do is touch the steering wheel, it will change the lane. Once you get in that lane, turn it off, and that's it. You don't necessarily have to do anything else. It takes a little getting used to, because at first, honestly, it was a little nerve-wracking. I'm going to switch back over because the semi isn't actually moving out of the right lane. So you're here, nudge the steering wheel, the vehicle will switch lanes. Once you get into the lane, turn it off. You actually don't have to wait till you're in the lane. Once the system takes over and starts doing the lane swap, you can go ahead and turn off the turn signal, and it will still continue to do the lane swap. So let's do the normals. Home, trip, fuel economy. Most of the road trip I've been doing over 70 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour. So with that, this one, I actually believe I was like on the border of Utah. On the border of Utah and California, and they had bad weather conditions up there. I had to put snow chains on my tires and all the good stuff that happens when you're in elevated, mountainous everything, and got freaked out a little bit, but I mean, I survived. But I got 38 miles to the gallon for that tank, because basically the max speed that you could do up there was like 40 miles an hour. So that was a good 2-3 hours of me just driving in as if I was driving in the cities, but with horrible weather conditions. But yeah, so those are the last tanks of gas. This one's actually me right now. I've actually been keeping it in sport mode because I wanted to see what the difference was between this mode versus that mode, and it actually seems as if when it's in sport mode, I have been getting maybe a little bit better gas mileage than like that was basically me in just regular mode. Economy, I wouldn't even suggest using it for a road trip, because I don't know, it basically tanked my fuel economy. I think I got like 28 miles to the gallon on that one. This is the last few oil changes that I had. Nothing too spectacular. As I said, this one is basically me at almost 80 miles an hour, because all that mileage pretty much minus maybe 1,000 is due to this road trip. So I'm just gonna say that all of that is from this. Yeah, mileage is, you can't do 80 miles an hour on a freeway in a hybrid and expect to get 47 miles to the gallon as it's supposed to get, because that's just not realistic. Oh, and I do have my snow tires on, because I knew that I was going to end up going through Wyoming, Utah, and North California, and I was aware that they got snow. I just wasn't aware that it was bad enough that I had to put snow tires on my car, or chains on the car going from Utah to California. But I mean, it is what it is. Everything else about the car is still amazing. I have no complaints. As you can see, like I've said before, I honestly am not really driving. I'm just paying attention while I'm recording and making sure that I don't accidentally go off the road. But pretty much on straight roads, you don't have to do much. You could hang out. I did explain in the video that I kind of did of a review of the Comma.ai system, in order for you to be able to look everywhere else, you have to wear glasses. I got Oakley's on right now. They're the prism polarized ones, and they seem to block your eyes enough because it has the facial recognition and it tracks where your eyes are going. And it's basically the infrareds are right here, and then the cameras are right there. But with the glasses on, you can kind of look around, do everything else. Obviously, still pay attention, but it gives you another level of freedom, so that you don't have to keep your eyes looking forward at all times. You can still look around, play with your playlist. play with your phone if you really feel so inclined to, or actually enjoy the scenery, because I'm gonna be honest, out in Utah, California, some of those roads out there, it was just awesome to look around and see what you would be able to see as if you were a passenger. But that's kind of where I'm gonna leave the video. As always, if anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. Everything else about the car is still awesome. I have no complaints with the seat, have no complaints with anything but that shock that I ended up hitting a pothole, and now have come to the realization that I blew out the shock. So, like I said, everything about the car is still awesome. 58,000 miles on it. I regularly get about 32 to 38 miles to the gallon, depending on speeding. And this summer I kind of did a lot of stupid speeding, so I can't complain about getting 38 miles to the gallon when I'm doing 70 miles an hour everywhere. So, yeah, I'm going to leave this video where it's at. As always, like I've already said, questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I'll address whatever needs to be addressed. If somebody honestly wants to have me look at anything specific and make a video of it, I will. I have no problem with that, because for the most part, the updates, if it keeps on being as consistent as it has been, I'm not going to have any real complaints with this car, unless I hit another pothole and screw something up myself. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Like, share, subscribe, or not, because I honestly don't care. I'm just doing this so that if anybody's interested in getting a Honda Accord hybrid, they have something that they can go to and see the real world experience of everything that can be done with it. All right, you guys enjoy your Christmas season. Bye.